Welcome to Microphones of Madness. Saturday night, we're playing the Two-Headed Serpent, a official Chaosium licensed product. It's actually not even a license; it's their product. So, because it's a Chaosium product, we'll just give it to Nick, the Chaosium guy. I will say Chaosium 15 more times.
Are you getting paid for this?
No, but I mean, MOB is supposed to contact us, but whatever.
All right.
Whatever.
Last time we played was about a month ago, so I'm gonna try to give a somewhat in-depth recap of what's been going on in this chapter. Our heroes are in the small town of Bingham, Oklahoma, which is about an hour away from Oklahoma City. They've discovered that there is a strange cult that has pretty much taken over the town. The Reverend and the Sheriff have been running things. This cult is a snake-handling Christian cult. But some of the Reverend broadcasts his recordings or broadcasts his sermons over the radio sometimes, and subliminal messages were found in those recordings that stated that the cult was essentially worshiping him. So our heroes were tasked by Caduceus to go check out the town to see if the Inner Knight was involved in any way. So far, the heroes have discovered that one of the townsfolk is able to lay eggs. Another townsperson sunbathes out on the roof naked, which is pretty odd in this time of era. Actually, pretty odd no matter what. And other strange things like a man getting crushed by a piece of machinery and then seemingly recovering back to full health without any broken or any long-standing issues. So, we'll come back to when Rodney's character has come back from his date. This is the next morning, and he's arriving wherever you guys' meeting spot is. I'm guessing the hotel, and he is wearing the same clothes.
Whistles a tune.
Whoa, man, where you been?
That was the old howdy do.
Where the hell? Wait a minute. Where'd you find Cowboy?
I don't know. He just showed up last night. Unlike some people I know.
I'm best to not ask questions.
Outback Jack holds up Flopsy, the gun buddy. How was I getting this?
What?
Yeah, it's a rabbit carcass I made to my gun buddy. Look. Oh,
See,
Flopsy.
this is why you don't ask questions.
Wow. So
When did Outback Jack turn into Deadpool?
Same place he picked. I guess around the same time he picked up his wandering accent.
Anyway,
So what'd you learn last night, man?
I heard the wind ain't the only thing blowing down the plains in Oklahoma.
Wow.
Okay. Well, we learned nothing at the sheriff's house. Squeaky clean.
Somebody roll an idea roll.
11.
5.
Okay, Rodney, you have the idea that you might want to just wait a few days for the Reverend to get back into town and then go out on the pilgrimage with him to see what in the heck is actually going on.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'll just take a shower and then we'll magically teleport a couple of days.
Wow, a shower. Oh. Must have been some night with the Dust Bowl going on and water rationing and all that.
Remind me to tell you about it when you grow some hair down there, kid.
Okay, so we're going to cut to a few days later when the pilgrimage party is coming back into town. Yeah, they're heading into town. It's about sunset. So heading in 2 days later.
Okay.
See them walk into town, and they go their separate ways. Reverend and the sheriff head to their house, and the father and the son, names Mortimer and Lloyd Allen. They go back to the hotel room where you guys are. The hotel room. They all seem pretty famished, kind of dehydrated, look a little bit dehydrated, but somehow in good spirits.
Okay.
We'll go to the next day then.
Well, does anybody want to talk to them or anything? You know, somebody who'd be going on the retreat, maybe want to ask them questions about the retreat.
Well, if we did that, what's the point of going on the retreat?
Maybe get an idea of what to expect. Or
I'll go bother.
compare
I'll go
notes.
bother them. Where are they currently?
Let's say they're coming into the lobby of the hotel room. Let's also say that you guys were upstairs. That's how you were able to see them coming into town.
All right, I will casually bolt down the stairs.
Well, you do have a newfound spring in your step.
Yes.
You catch them about to come up the stairs. So as you're coming down, you almost bumped into them.
Oh, hello.
Oh, pardon me.
Woodrow Ingram.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I'm not quite good with names.
That's okay. Neither am I. I barely remember my own half the time. So, not to cut the pleasantry short or anything, how was the pilgrimage?
Oh, it was fantastic. We went out to a cave a couple of miles south of town, or not, about 40 miles south of town. Wasn't just a few. And we prayed with the Reverend, and we fasted, and I had a vision of my son growing to great things as I pass away.
What about you, son? What was your revelation in the wilderness?
He kind of looks a little embarrassed and says, "Oh, I didn't really feel anything. I'm really hungry. That's about it."
I wouldn't worry about it too much, kid. My first excursion into the wilderness, I didn't feel much of anything either. It happens. Here, tell me all about it on the way back to your rooms. I put my arms around them like we're old buddies.
They say, well, on the first night, we camped about 20 miles south of town, and we just walked the entire day, and then once the Reverend said that it was time to set camp, we rolled out the sleeping rolls and rested for a few hours until the sheriff and the reverend woke us up again and told us we had to be on our way. We reached this cave about 40 miles south of town. Where I had, like I said, I had my vision.
Ah, tell me about the cave.
It's inside a rocky outcrop. On the way, there was a bunch of like abandoned farms and ditches, you know, public places like those around here. But at the base of this outcrop is a cave, and that's where we went into.
Anything special about the cave? Any markings on the walls? Anything like that?
We had to struggle a little bit to even get into the cave, as there was a mighty wind blowing past. So we had to crawl along the sides of the wall with some handholds.
Wow.
The reverend and the sheriff knew.
Interesting. It's kind of a dangerous kind of situation, huh?
I felt pretty safe. The sheriff was there, and he had a reverend was there. They seemed to know what they were doing. I didn't seem. We didn't seem too exhausted or anything like that, even though we weren't eating anything or drinking anything.
Well, you must have been full of spirit then.
You know, the Lord does strange things, sir.
Very strange things indeed, my friend. Very strange things.
Well, my boy and I are going to have to go rest now. We're pretty tired, as you can imagine.
Absolutely. Rest up. Now, like, give the boy like the manly shoulder punch, and go. Maybe you'll have your vision tonight.
Thanks. And he lifts up his shoulder as they walk up the stairs.
I'll go back to the rooms. Speaking of which, do we get to do our luck rolls?
Yes, go ahead and do that. So, did everyone do their luck rolls?
I didn't need one.
Advances.
Yeah, I finally failed one.
You failed. It's 1d10 plus 5. Make it 2.
I got the lucky goodness.
The other way around.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, if you make it. Yeah, all right. Yeah, makes sense. Is there anything that you guys would like to do that evening?
Not particularly.
Anyone else?
I'll just go back to the room and inform them. The guys in the hotel are kind of a bust, you know, minor religious experiences brought about by starvation, dehydration, excessive prayer, that sort of thing.
Do you think it'd be a good idea to go down to that cave and take a look around?
Well, it's a 2-day journey.
Yeah, if you walk.
Is there a horse in town?
What, you gonna buy a car?
She can.
Yeah, I could easily. Or at least rent one. I mean, these people love the color green.
I mean, I was thinking, because you're going down in a couple of days, right?
Right.
What if some of us went down there before you and set up an ambush?
Oh, what? Hey, we old West outlaws now, huh?
What exactly are we ambushing anyway? We don't know if they do anything there.
Me, apparently.
That sounds like fun. Ambush.
And now you got him started.
I mean, it'd be nice, you know, Outback Jack to go down and get a lay of the land for sure.
Yeah, just in case you need backup, we'd be there.
There's a campsite about 20 miles outside of town to the south. And then the next day they arrive at this cave. There's a mighty wind that comes from inside the cave. And they have to use ropes and handholds and stuff like that to get into the cave, where they perform the rest of their retreat inside this hole in the ground.
They didn't say what else they did.
These two guys, just prayers and meditations. The older fella said he had a vision of that his son would grow up to be a powerful and successful man after he died. You know, the basic stuff.
Yeah, that stuff happens all the time.
I had a vision once. And that was a good vision.
Right.
Oh, when your guides offer you a little something to ease the waiting time for game, try it, and you see some stuff.
Right.
Wow.
Okay, so what would you guys like to do?
I'm going to take Outback Jack out into the desert, get him blasted on peyote, and just leave him there.
Can't stop here. It's backcountry.
Are you going to leave
Backcountry.
with guns too?
Backcountry is where I got my passport, sweetheart.
So you guys, do a couple of us want to go on ahead?
Oh yeah.
I'm asking the same people in the party.
Well, that counts me out.
Outback Jack is perfectly sane.
Not what he refers to himself in third person.
Well, Ella will say you're as sane as she is.
I would be interested.
I mean, I don't think the rest of us are invited on this retreat.
Hey, Nick, I threw my yardsticks and asked if going ahead would be a good move.
Yes.
Good, because I made my roll. I think that's the first time I ever was playing this character.
I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah, we should go ahead. It's definitely.
Oh, Yarrow sticks, huh? You gonna do some table knocking next?
Sure, believe whatever you like. Free country.
No, I promise if that were to happen, you would never see the strings.
How would you guys like to get to this cave or set up this camp?
I thought the Schwins were going to throw money at a Model T or something.
Yeah.
Enterprise, they'll pick you up.
Yep.
Is anybody in town looking to sell their car?
There's probably somebody in town that's probably down on their luck. Say, roll luck.
I'll give you $50 for your car.
You can go to Honest Strathas.
Well, I didn't roll double up, so I made it.
Okay. So there is somebody have like there's a say Model A outside with a for sale sign. $500.
$500. Is that what those go for these days?
Hell no.
No.
It seems reasonable to me.
You're being fleeced, sir.
Oh my goodness. See, this is why we don't let my brother handle money.
When
Hey, Nick. Just as a point of fact, the Model A's showroom floor price was $385.
yeah, but this guy's really down on his luck and he needs the money to be able to save it.
It's the Dust Bowl.
I'll give him
Which
$75
means he should
for it.
sell it for less, actually. If you're down on your luck, you take what you get.
He needs it all in one go instead of.
So, sir, you sure about that? I can't believe
I
that
think you need
gentleman
to
would
think
rip
about
us
your
off.
phrasing on the down on his luck. This dude is trying to rally the supply and demand rather than down on his luck.
Yeah.
I just find it hard to believe that somebody would try to defraud us, sister of mine.
Well, that's what
If
happens.
you want to
when
talk to
it's
him, go ahead. But you're going to look bad.
If you want to roll a bargain against it, you can do
Cool. What do I use for that?
bargain. Or just
There's no bargain. It's fast talk, right?
It'd be fast talk, probably charm.
Persuade, maybe?
I'd do better with fast talk, I think.
Persuade.
let's go with fast talk.
Too bad I can't roll on my credit rating.
Really? Look, money, that would make him jack the price up.
No, I didn't manage it with the fast talk. All right, $100, and that's our final offer.
Fuck it. We're just getting a car. This was a little more than I needed it to be. All right, so you guys get in the car.
All right.
You guys
I can't
want
believe you ripped that guy off.
$500. He was trying to get a decade's salary out of us.
This all is so unseemly.
He looks really sad as you guys drive off. You see him looking at the ground, and you can only help but wonder. Maybe he's thinking about how he's going to have to shoot himself because he can't save the farm.
Oh, he can afford the finest bullets now.
Considering how much money $100 was then, he'll be fine.
Yep.
Nope, Meg needed 500. All right, so we're going to the cave.
He can afford a solid
Or-
gold bullet.
You guys want to set up an ambush? Which one were we going to do?
Say what?
Are you guys going to go to the cave or set
don't
up an
know.
ambush? Or
I don't know what we're ambushing, but I'm so on top of looking around the cave.
Yeah, I was feeling we can go to the cave and be there before them and then
Right.
Scout that bitch out.
Yep.
act as backup for Rodney when he comes by.
And take out anybody that shows up. Or do whatever. What are we doing? Are we killing people? Is that what?
Jesus Christ, no.
No, we're not killing people.
Not yet, anyway.
Yes. Not yet. Gotta wait for the prey to water into the field.
All right, so who's all going to the cave? How many seats are available in this car?
Should be like 4 in a rumble seat or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, there's a rumble seat.
Then there's 4 of us, so we should be fine.
Yep.
You guys are fine.
There's 5 of us.
Yeah, but I doubt the person that's supposed to be going on the journey to
That
begin
would be
with is not
6 of us.
joining us.
That'd be 6 of us.
Oh, it is 5 of us.
You guys are able to squeeze in.
Ella's not that big. She's a size 50. She's pretty small.
There are no seatbelts either.
Of
Wow.
course not.
Outback Jack,
No.
Outback Jack is in the boot.
So we don't necessarily.
Outback Jack's riding on the running boards.
Oh,
He's used to it. That's how
Outback
the
Jack.
safari seat works.
Yep. He's surveying. With a size 55, he's fine.
So you guys are going to drive in the middle of the night.
Yes, please.
Actually, here's a good question. Who all here has drive skills?
I do. I have 50%
I do as well.
drive.
Okay,
I
so
got
you're
50% drive.
You're better than me, so you drive.
I've got it at one, but I have it.
That's kind of amazing considering that base for drive auto is 20.
Yes.
I grew up in New York City.
In the
I don't
90s.
need a car.
I'm just going by the particulars here. That was best is 01.
All right, I'll drive.
Okay. So the youngest party member is driving, embarrassing the rest of you. I'm just
Oh, that was weird.
You guys travel down south. As you leave the town, you start traveling through a pretty arid desert, which you guys can imagine was once pretty lush. You drive about 40 miles south, and you you see the rocky outcrop that was described to you by Rodney. And at the base of this outcrop is
The Pulp Cthulhu sheet right out of the book does list space driving as @1.
It says 20% on the character sheet for pulp.
Yep.
I'm holding it right here. I'm looking at it.
So are we.
It's look at what I'm holding up. It says 01. Right?
It's probably the mistake then.
I'm not crazy, really.
You are.
We didn't say you were.
No, I'm
Good
saying
Lord,
you are.
man.
I'm saying you are.
Yeah.
Because I'm holding it up and it says 20%.
Huh. Did I get an earlier edition?
Let's see. It's probably
There's only
never
one.
come
Are you
on, but-
Hey, are you using
weird
this?
All right. Regardless, you guys are at this cave.
I'm taking it right from the book.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's what I'm saying.
We're
That's
saying
weird.
there's
Because you only had one printing.
Gonna go ahead and blame the carrier for that one.
no.
Blood's driving @1.
I'll go above his head. But he's supposed to call.
Yeah, really. Can we call the help desk?
No, I want to grab the book that's in the other room. Jesus Christ.
There's a collect call list.
Now he's gonna we're gonna find out, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I've got it
There
at 30.
print in the Pulp Cthulhu book.
Mine says 20. All right, we're at this cave.
Wait,
I'll take a picture of it and send it to you.
does that mean Matt has like a
Thank you.
misprint collector's edition? Because that would be
Yeah.
cool.
Yes,
Ooh,
the
that would be
misprint
good.
collector's edition. Because all of mine are first printings. That's strange. All right, we're at this cave.
Mandela effect.
All right, so we're at the
Yep.
cave. I'm gonna ask if we were able to, like, because you did say there were ropes involved and stuff to get through the cave because of the mighty wind that's blowing and the blood on the tracks. That we bought caving equipment. Yes.
Did we?
When did you buy caving?
Yeah.
While they were getting their car.
Oh, okay.
Not like full on stuff, but like Rodney had mentioned needing ropes, right? They got through with ropes and stuff.
Yeah, he did mention that they were needing them.
They
I
did
did.
mention they had.
I did mention ropes and handholds to get into the cave.
You did, so we bought ropes.
Okay. You have ropes.
Yay.
We have lanterns as well. I have my camera.
You guys have all the gear that you need. This is Pulp Cthulhu. I'm not going to do
My,
anything.
my lantern, my lantern is actually green.
I'm not doing any accounting. Sure, but you didn't say the oath today, so what you said.
What's my encumbrance? Can I
You have 300 pounds of weight on you, so you're going to have to move 1 foot.
so
I
if
find
I
a groove.
drag it, I only get a half move.
You get strength times 5 in encumbrance.
Oh. FGU rules.
Okay, Matt, as you approach this cave,
You
or
are
as you
somebody
all
encumbered.
approach this cave, Matt has a strange like vision of like serpentine coils wrapping around each other.
Are you saying he has a premonition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. A premonition.
Premonition.
Great Scott.
Where?
Oh, just this guy I went to college with. He was really great.
I knew it was Scott.
Went hunting with a Scotsman once.
You're fired.
Wait, you can fire him?
Out of cannon.
Hey, are you okay?
Hey, I just saw something.
Hey, Please. And she whips a notebook from nowhere out and starts scribbling. Tell me more.
Finding serpents around over the cave. Was it 2 snakes specifically, or was it a whole bunch?
It was a whole bunch. You didn't see like any serpentine heads. It was just like coils.
Like a nest.
Yeah, like
like a whole nest of snakes.
Oh,
It's mating season.
I really didn't want to know that.
Do I smell snake?
Are you guys at the mouth of the cave?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
You don't smell it.
Hey, I use my snake detector. Are there snakes in the cave?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. There's.
I'll roll. I pass.
This is like the wilderness of Oklahoma. Yes, there's snakes in the cave.
Boo.
Well, there's
Listen,
definitely
cave.
there's definitely snakes in the cave.
Okay, so we've seen enough. Ready to go back, right?
No, we have to go in.
Fine. I examine the mouth of the cave just because she wants to see if there are any markings or anything around.
As you approach the cave, the wind that had been mentioned to you issues out from or spews out from the cave, and it's sandblasted for 2 points of damage.
Ouch.
How fast did we walk up to the fucking cave?
I thought you said you were looking at the front of it.
I'm looking around the outside, but sure, I'll take the 2 points of damage.
Like this from the mouth of the cave, it blows out.
Yes.
That is not natural.
Wait, just whistling Dixie, sister.
Is it a steady, mighty wind?
Yeah. It's like a constant whoosh as soon as you guys start approaching it.
Well, we gotta figure out how to get in this cave, huh?
Sure do in that time. Hey, Outback Jack, can you figure this out? Preferably by standing in it.
You don't get the quicksand by standing in it, Lassie. But
where did you say you were from again?
Dragita in Australia.
Was he speaking English?
I'm not sure.
It's a sheep ranch.
I mean, I know some Australians. They don't quite sound like that.
Maybe he's a direct descendant of the prisoners.
I think that seems like a pretty safe bet.
Hey, I am now
Certainly criminal.
I'm the biggest game hunter. That's all you need to know.
Well, biggest game hunter, you should act as the biggest sand shield.
The biggest, like in size.
Let's see, is there any
The largest game hunter?
is there like any wood nearby or anything?
A tumbleweed passes by because you have that thought.
Oh, darn it.
There goes your wood.
You guys realize that the only way forward is just having to deal with the wind. Hopefully, getting through it pretty quickly by using the rules. I think I mentioned while you're tied to each other, I guess.
Let's do that then.
Okay, I agree, even though I don't have a clue what the hell he just said.
Said tie ourselves together, use the handholds, and try and
Okay.
get through quickly.
Works for me.
I'm wearing sensible shoes. This should work.
I got bullets and a knife. We'll be fine.
Okay. You're each going to have to make a climb roll or a hard strength roll to get through.
Cool. I have a better chance at that.
Nails my climb.
I spend the 5 to make it hard strength.
Okay.
Let's see.
As a matter of fact, I made hard climb.
I fail my climb roll.
You could spend luck.
I'm gonna push the roll because that's way too much luck to spend.
Well, you know, if you push the roll and you fail, you're probably going to end up falling.
Which is a problem because he's attached to us.
That's worse.
Go ahead and push it.
I pushed it and I rolled worse.
Okay. So you're going to take 46 damage. So that's 11 points.
God dang it. Medic!
You kind of you lose your grip for a moment, but the rope holds you all together. So you're able to grab a hold of it holds again. And everyone else succeeded.
Wilhelm scream.
Did everyone else succeed?
Yeah, I made mine.
Yeah.
I spent 5 luck to make it.
I made mine at hard.
I rolled an 85 and a 95.
We're not climbing up there, I don't think.
You're not climbing?
Wait, you and your sister are staying behind?
I think we were going to stay with the car in case somebody pulled out. We heard somebody coming, so we could move the car around, so it wasn't so obvious.
All right.
I mean, we could. You need us up there.
They don't necessarily need you.
I just assumed we hit the car when we got here.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody know first aid?
How much money you got?
I think Becky's good for this first.
I can poke it to see if the bone's sticking out.
Let's just get to where we're going first.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a pretty good first aid skill, but
Yeah, but you stay behind.
yeah, and I can't help somebody who's bleeding out. It's still just first aid.
He's not bleeding. It's just,
Okay.
he got scraped up. He got sandblasted by the wind, essentially.
I'm willing
cool,
to give it a shot. Oh, I dropped my dice. Where'd you go?
He's got rope burn.
That's a bad sign.
It is a bad sign.
He tied the rope around his neck for some reason.
So the twins are staying outside, though?
I'm not willing to spend that luck for you.
All the other 3 trigger on.
Well, there's one more wound. You can give it another shot.
I made my climb roll, but I would feel weird just leaving him out here to the.
Wait, how many wounds do you have?
I'm not a very good
One from the sandblast and one from the terrible tumble.
Well, I failed the sandblast,
climb.
but I make the tumble. So you get 3 back. And I will try to patch myself up as well.
Yeah, so
Hey, I made it.
Thank you, Missy.
Leo, Ella, and Outback Jack are inside the cave. Twins
Yep.
are outside. Or
I can stand guard and yell if somebody's coming.
I'll be
Make
sure
a
to shoot.
noise.
okay.
I think I would die. I'm a terrible player.
At least he's
Oh,
honest.
yeah.
At least he's
That
honest.
is worse than Outback Jack.
Speaking of
I'll be sure to
bad
shoot you
driving,
something nice.
I was looking at diving still, not drive auto, because I'm stupid.
What were you looking at?
Call off the hounds.
Diving.
Oh,
Diving. Why is there a diving
And the
skill
mystery
anyway?
is solved because pirates.
You never know.
Because pulp. And it's pulp.
Let's
Yeah.
say you're playing the back to school scenario of Pulp.
It's there just for the $30.
You do the triple Lindy.
Nobody can do the triple Lindy.
I would like to play Greg Louganis for this particular scenario.
Ouch.
Let's see Johnny Weissmuller.
I'll be Rodney Dangerfield.
I want to be the daughter from Coneheads.
That perfect dive.
Yep.
Okay, so 3 of you are in the cave, 2 are outside. Got that
I
right?
think so.
For those that are inside the cave, you find it is now cool and dim, and the wind has disappeared. In front of you, you see a large stone slab. It's flat, and a corpse is lying on it.
How fresh is the corpse?
As you look at it, you see that it looks perfectly like a perfectly preserved body. It hasn't rotted at all.
Is it human?
It is the Reverend.
Oh dear.
But here's the thing.
Is it Sorry. I was going to ask if it was
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask if it was an actual corpse.
Are you checking for a pulse?
I just want to make sure it's like it was once a living person. But yeah, I'll check for a pulse. I want to make sure it's not plastic or wood or an effigy of some sort.
Well, the strange thing about this is where the genitalia would be, there is what is like normally
a snake.
There's a reptilian cloaca.
No.
That ain't right.
Well, that's fascinating.
And it is a large cloaca.
Wow.
You want to touch it? You were going to touch it to see if it had a pulse?
Ella is.
Okay. Roll an extreme power roll as you touch its wrist.
Extreme power. Wow.
Yeah.
Imperious Rex.
Nope, I don't even come close to making that.
Okay. You strangely start hugging the corpse, and you start begging forgiveness while sobbing uncontrollably.
I grab her and pull her back.
I must apologize to the corpse. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
If she doesn't respond to just being pulled back, I'm going to smack her and just say, "Come on, snap out of it."
She then snaps out of it.
Ow!
Keep yourself together. You were fetishing the corpse.
I was what?
Yeah. You started.
I don't remember this, so that's not normal.
You started apologizing to it.
For what?
I don't know what you do to it. You touched the cloaca, not me.
I didn't touch. I touched the arm.
Oh.
That's what we're calling it now.
Is Ella pointing to the arm? That is an arm, and that is what I touched. Yes, that is what they call that.
Okay, well, you touched it. Ick.
I think that's
Is that the first dead thing I've touched?
Yeah.
And possibly not human thing I've touched?
Yeah.
Is that the only thing in the room?
It is the only thing.
You know what would probably piss in the Reverend's cornflakes?
I don't know nothing. I didn't hear nothing, and she puts her fingers in her ears.
If the Reverend came here to do his thing, and there was no corpse with the cloaca, if it somehow, I don't know, fell down the vast chasm that we climbed over.
So, do you want me to cut it off?
A cloaca is a hole.
Cut
You
what
know
off?
that. You can't cut it off. It's a hole.
Oh, right. That's what it is.
You have a cloaca.
Okay.
You're probably sitting on it.
So far, the idea is to move this corpse. Is that in agreement with everyone else?
Well, I'm just putting forth that idea.
Ella's mildly confused still. She does not know what just happened.
I'm game.
Well,
So she's just observing the body and just going,
we have We have either the original Reverend who has been transformed or a pseudo Reverend. Something's not right with this thing here, whatever it is. I'm sure if
Didn't we see the Reverend come back into town?
Yes, I believe we did.
I'm sure that in the grand scheme of things, that no matter what you believe in, this is probably considered blasphemy of some sort.
I believe in science. It is not blasphemy. This is purely science.
Okay, well, where I come from, this is probably blasphemy. So I would love to piss in the Reverend's cornflakes and toss this thing down a pit.
What is it with you and doing your bodily functions in cornflakes?
It's just an expression.
Still, it's a disgusting
you have to burn
expression.
it, and then you have to pee on it. It's the only way to make sure it's truly defiled.
Where'd that strange voice come from? I thought the twins were outside.
Because cornflakes are delicious, and if
There's an idea. Why don't we have the twins come in here and look at it? Ooh, even better, use that thing. Use it on that.
You want to slit its throat?
I'll put my reptile detector up to it.
It is strangely not a reptile.
Curious.
Here's your perfect chance, Steve.
Oh, God.
Here's your perfect chance to adjust the settings so that it will go off.
Genius.
What, to cheat?
That's not cheating.
No, so it'll be able to detect the same thing later.
But we don't know what this is. We don't know if this is the original Reverend that has been surgically transformed so that they can replace him. Maybe the penis is like the fucking font of power and they need the penis for their transformation.
You see Ella giving you the most concerned look. And she looks you dead in the eye, as serious as possible, and goes, "Who the hell are you talking to?"
Hey.
I didn't say anything about a penis.
Well, no, but you have to admit this is all very unsettling.
Who said that?
Get the twins in here.
I'm hearing Scooby-Doo music now.
Her spirit hovers around us. Woo!
On behalf of Microphones Madness, I'd like to apologize for this becoming an hour-and-a-half dick joke.
I apologize for nothing. I regret nothing.
It's only been an hour.
I'm going to get my knife out and make sure I'm ready to stab at this thing if need be.
Still going.
Just won't in. It won't.
Okay. So Outback Shack is ready to stab it. What's everyone else doing?
Is there a way to safely call the twins up without me taking more damage?
You can just yell down the cave.
Hey guys! There's something in here that maybe you should see.
Far out.
That was really weird.
Ella's voice echoes down the chambers. Take it easy.
You want to climb up there? Or in there? There?
We could try.
We found cookies!
Oh my God. She is such a liar.
There's no cookies in there.
Okay, maybe there aren't.
Wait, what if there are? No, there's no cookies.
Are there any sticks in here?
No.
No, they've all been transformed to snakes.
Shut up, Moses.
You know, I saw snakes in that big nest of snakes.
Way down in Egypt land.
Is there...
Come on, let's do it. Maybe they need us.
Okay, you go first. All right, wait, no, I'll go first so you can catch me first.
Hell Help us, Wonder Twins! You're our only hope!
Roll a hard climb or
Yeah, it was
roll a climb or a hard strength. I'm sorry. Spend luck. Or you can push it. Push it to the limit.
And pushing it is what? Roll again and
And then if you fail, then you suffer a consequence like Wesley did. And if you make it, but the consequences are more dire.
a hard climb is still more than my base climb, or a hard strength is still more than my base climb. So I'm gonna go that route.
That's what I did. I went with hard strength.
Oh, but I fail.
how bad?
I need 31. I need to spend 31 luck points to make it.
Or you could push that
Push,
roll.
push,
Yeah.
push it up. You know you should.
Okay.
Hey, that time I made it.
Push it.
You made it?
Push it
Yeah.
good.
So both of you made it.
Not me. I just spent a shitload of luck to make it. I don't trust a second roll.
So you guys take 3 points of damage as you guys walk through the cave, getting sand.
Oh,
But at the end of the cave, you guys also see this strange person on the slab. Cloaca.
yeah.
Don't stare directly into it.
Outback Jack has his knife over it, ready to stab it, and the other two are looking at you guys, I guess. Or talking.
Oh, good. They heard me. Hi.
What do you guys think of this?
I think it's an abomination.
I think it's disgusting. Do
It's
we go?
beautiful in its own right.
Oh, do we need this anymore?
Don't you guys have like superpowers? Can't you do stuff with your minds and check out and see what the hell it is?
I believe the technical term he's looking for doesn't one of you have clairvoyance?
Yeah, pills that now.
It's, all right, so I'm gonna. Is this thing connected to the best of Snake's vision that I have? That's the question I'm asking of the universe. Ooh, failed that roll. I don't know anything about this body. I'm not getting anything from it.
I'm sorry, I should have asked everybody to call or to roll for sanity. Ask you some
I mean, I wasn't gonna ask if you
for
were gonna
obvious
say
reasons.
anything.
So we're making a sanity check.
Yes.
All the players definitely want to do.
Ooh, I made it.
I'm fine.
Just for seeing it, you mean?
I have a heart
You
of iron.
missed it.
Oh, I failed my
You missed this
sanity.
one.
How much is it?
24 if you failed.
Is it how much is it if you make it?
0.
Okay.
I lost 4.
Looks like I made it.
So what
It's
would you
not
guys
what?
like to do with this corpse?
I'm thinking that maybe we should dump it.
Can I try like touching it, see if I get any sort of weird vibe off it?
You're gonna touch it?
It's a
If you go to
bad
touch I
idea.
stop you.
She tried to touch it.
I don't really remember what happened.
You can touch if you want to.
Yeah, she started fetishing it. She was
Not that kind of
apologizing.
girl.
Don't worry. If you touch it and something weird happens, I have some 45 caliber pain pills.
The hell you do?
What is wrong with you?
What?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go that.
No, come on, do it, brother.
All right, I'll do it. I'm gonna grab it.
Pistol out.
Like, just put my hand on its shoulder.
Don't you dare shoot him.
If anything happens, you might have
I'm
to.
going to kick you square in your balls if you try to shoot him.
I would like to point out that you don't really need to do it.
You'd like to point out what?
The Janelle dared me to do it.
Fair
Of
enough.
course, this is going to be all my fault.
As siblings do.
Exactly.
Keeper.
Hello?
Yeah, so are you guys going to move it?
You touched it.
No, I touched
Oh,
on
I'm
his
sorry.
shoulder.
You need to roll an extreme power roll.
Extreme.
Extreme.
Radical power. Radical power.
Oh.
Oh, I'm not gonna make this.
Woo!
No, not a chance at all. 41.
Okay, so you end up falling to your knees and you start chanting in a strange language. It sounds like you're chanting in tongues, essentially. So you're like praying to this thing now. The rest of you see this. And it
That's what you were
strange.
doing. That's what you were doing. Except you were saying you were sorry. And you had
Oh.
tears in your eyes.
That's curious.
Hammers and
Before I
cocktails.
yank him off of this,
Do
does
not
anybody
shoot
know what I'm
him.
saying?
Just move him away from it. God, what is wrong with
I've
you?
got him covered. You
Just
two take
move
care
him
of
away from it.
You got me covered. What am I doing?
I will grab him and pull him away.
Does anybody know what he was saying?
That's a good question.
Oh, yeah.
You can't ascertain what he was saying.
Dang.
It was
Not
something
even with the
strange
snake. With
and alien.
what is it? Nazcal? Is that's what it's called?
Actually, yeah, if you have, I forgot what the skills in that.
Was it an
I'll
aqua?
see if you.
Oh, nope, not me.
I did not make
Not
that.
a 10% chance. I do not make that as a 77.
Okay. So no, nobody was able to ascertain what it was.
But we at least recognize that's what it was.
But not exactly what it was. Just that strange language.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Let's
No.
break that connection.
Well, anything interesting there?
How about it? Does he remember anything?
Yeah.
You just remember chanting. You don't remember exactly what you were saying. You fully controlled yourself.
I don't know. It was weird.
All right, I'm going to take my shirt. I'm going to put my hand in my shirt, and I'm going to touch it through my shirt.
Roll next for your power.
God damn it.
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Put the damn gun down.
All right.
No, I did not make that.
Okay, so you also fall to the ground and start speaking in the call. If you guys want to see if or recognize what he's saying again, I can go ahead and make it.
Sure, I'm willing to do that.
What was
Well,
just going?
17. Am I willing to spend 7 points of luck to make that? Yes, I am. Because Ella is a.
Hell yes.
He's essentially singing the praises of Yig, the father of all snakes.
Oh, isn't that curious? Okay, move him away from it now. So I move him away from it.
Stops once he moves. A few feet from it.
That is most fascinating.
Oh, man, my head hurts. This thing's got to go.
Okay, are we destroying it? We're destroying it, right?
Yeah.
Ella, do you want to take some
Ow.
pictures before this thing is eliminated? From
I've
this
been
plane
taking
of
pictures the whole
existence?
time.
Okay.
All right.
The minute we got in there, Ella went.
Oh, you can float it to the chasm and just drop it off, right?
I mean, probably, yeah.
I mean, that'd be the easiest thing. Otherwise, I have to rig something to drag it without touching it.
Right.
Wait. So hear me out. We don't know what this thing is, right? And it didn't set off your snake detector thingy. And we know that there's something wrong with the people in town. So maybe what this thing is what they are.
So you're saying that we should go to town and ask everybody to drop trow to check if they have a cloaca?
No, I'm saying your snake thing is useless if
Right.
it doesn't detect what we came here to detect. So maybe you should make it detect this before we, do what we do with it. So maybe we can find it.
Okay.
Here's the thing I'm thinking. If this thing actually isn't even showing any signs of life, what the hell does it matter how deep a hole we drop it down? Shouldn't we just set it on fire?
Is it alive or not? We're not.
She makes
Because it's
a
hard
good
to check its
point.
pulse.
Yes, but fire does tend to be a kind of all-purpose cleanser.
This is true,
True. Yeah.
but
I can
not
buy
yet.
that.
Not yet till he's done. Then we figure out what we do with it.
All right, I'll adjust the snake detector to detect these things. Cloaca people.
Okay.
For science.
You want the electronic roll or the mechanical roll?
For that one, let's go with yeah,
With what?
mechanical.
I made that extreme.
They adjusted them to sense this guy, and people like this guy.
All righty. Now can we just burn the thing?
Yeah. How would you guys like to burn this thing? You guys do have lanterns and such.
Yeah.
Soak it in oil and set it on fire?
Sounds like a good start.
So you're able to pour. I'm going to say you're able to pour oil on this thing. Who's lighting the match, or who's going to set it on fire?
I'm not touching it.
I'll do it.
I'll cover it with my pistol. Just in case it gets up.
What if you in the pistol?
It might come. It might get up.
So, Steve, as you're about to light it on fire, go ahead and give me another extreme power.
No.
I will spend the 3 points to make that.
Hot diggity.
Okay. So you light this thing on fire, and it goes up. It's a nasty smell of burning flesh. There.
Ugh.
Go ahead and roll sanity for lighting thing on fire.
Sending for what?
For lighting this thing on fire, because it's still somewhat moving.
So all of us then?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
It got what's coming to it.
This is not the first humanoid thing I've seen go up in flames.
I failed my sanity.
It's just one if you fail.
I've killed worse.
I comfort him.
It's
There,
mainly
there.
the smell and the.
Honestly, you kind of get used to it after a while.
I actually give out a little bit of a and throw up a little bit.
Oh, not the shoes. It's okay. It happens to everybody the first time.
Yep.
The first time they burn a
Don't worry, boy. You didn't kill it, so it wasn't a trophy.
Long story.
We're going to cut back into town where Rodney is. If Rodney is there.
I'm listening.
Okay. In town, you hear a strange commotion.
Oh, I hear a strange commotion.
Yeah. Outside your windows, there's people shouting and gathering in the streets.
What's that they're shouting? He has no penis?
They're not shouting that.
Oh.
The Reverend is stating that Reverend is at the head of this congregation of people. Essentially looks like a mob. Have like pitchforks and torches. You know, good old fashioned mob.
Where are they
Reverend's-
going?
Reverend is stating that something is wrong. We believe that someone has attacked the sacred grounds south of town. We must travel there immediately to go deal with these fiends. The Reverend says, everybody get in the cars. We must go immediately.
All right, I will go downstairs and just kind of blend in with the crowd.
Okay.
And mingle and hey, what's going on?
Um, let's say you see someone that you haven't really met in town. It's just another person.
Is there anybody I know that I've talked to
It's
other than the Reverend?
George Henson, the guy who was crushed but then survived. Or was healed.
George, what's going on?
Hey, I don't know for sure, but I think it has something to do with those people that firebombed the church earlier this week. I think maybe they're. Yeah, I think maybe they're now. I don't know. I'm guessing that they're doing something down the cave.
You mind if I come along?
Sure. Yeah, we could always use another hand.
Great. Can I get a pitchfork?
He throws you one.
Nice.
Oh yeah, he's gone native.
Burn the infidels. Yeah.
Everyone gives a yeah. It's just the whole crowd is yeah, and everybody starts driving south.
Oh great.
The rest of you, you've now burned this thing. What would you like to do?
Our work here is done.
Yeah, can we get away from this stink now, please?
Yep, you can go outside the cave.
Yes.
As you exit the cave, you find that the wind has now disappeared.
Hey.
Well, that could have happened sooner.
Ah, that was nice.
All right, guys. So let's say we go back and let's go get a nice night's sleep.
Yeah.
That was planned.
We'll find Woodrow and get some eggs.
I don't think I want eggs.
Wasn't somebody?
He's not here.
Yeah.
We're waiting for somebody to show up here. Okay.
We are, but oh damn, we are. But now that we've destroyed the corpse,
Where do you guys like to set up your ambush?
How are they going to know?
well, they find out when they came in the cave.
So, but the plan was we were going to camp out and wait for the pilgrims to show up, right?
Right, and then
Beat them up.
back me up.
What?
So we should get out of the cave and go and figure out where we're gonna set up our ambush.
Yeah, find some little.
Oh, so we're
place to lay
actually
low.
going along with this ambush stuff?
Well, we, out of character, we don't know that.
No, I'm being in character saying this.
Yeah, I mean that's why we came out here, right?
That sounds stupid. Why don't we hide at least?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we're going to
Isn't
find
that
some place to
Part
lay
of our
low.
ambush always hiding.
I don't know. Have you seen what we're rolling as she points to Outback Jack?
Hey, I am a biggest. I know how to hunt.
He couldn't ambush his own shadow.
That's my point.
I'm talking to you, not him.
Fine, let's get the cart covered with some brushes or
You
something.
know what
and
he
get out of the
is?
way.
He can be BAIT.
Oh, hey.
Outback Jack ain't nobody's bait.
I'm shocked he could spell that actually.
Me too. I actually say that in Nepal.
Can you speak enough Nicole to say that? And better yet, do I understand it well enough to know what you said?
Look out, Leo. He's onto your clever RUSE.
Yeah, you guys were able to do it.
What's a russay?
We've been found out.
Call me a risky.
Okay, so you guys are going to hide the car?
Yeah, that's my best bet. Because I mean, what's the point of leaving the car in the open if we're supposed to be
I thought
ambushed?
we already
quote, unquote?
did that. I thought we hit the car.
Okay, you hit the car.
Yep.
Now what would you like to do?
Hide us.
How are you hiding? How are you going to hide? And have
What's
people
the lay of the land?
Well, as far as we know, we've got time.
You have all these rocky outcrops. Rocky,
So let's go on a rocky. Let's go on a rocky outcrop that
Scout.
that is close enough to the cave entrance that we can see what's going on.
But they can't immediately see us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect one doesn't look like it's been walked on a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Possibly above the cave entrance.
Okay. That's fine with me.
So that's what we do. What would you like us to roll for that, or did we just do that in the amount of time we have?
You were able to do that in another time. Yeah.
Okay.
But as you guys are finishing up, that's when you see about 4 or 5. You see 4 cars driving towards the cave.
Oh shit!
Was that supposed to be today?
No.
Then I thought they were just taking Woodrow.
And they aren't supposed to be traveling by car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you think there was some sort of like device in there that showed them that we did this?
What?
I mean, not a I mean, like, I've seen brains in jars, okay, and they can still talk. This is not out of the realm of possibility. Long story. It involved the blowing up of the moon. Okay.
Oh, that thing.
Moon?
Okay, you guys, I kind of can't believe I'm saying this, but I sort of wish the dynamite guy was here right now.
You got out back.
Yes.
You see a small twinge of fear in her eyes as she says that.
And their ashtray guy.
Outback Jack lifts up his pistol. We're fine.
Do that, they can see the shine.
Yes, please.
Jesus.
Let us hide and see what they want.
I remember the dynamite guy. He was a great hunter. Remember how great he was?
He was.
He was phenomenal.
Don't
He was the best
We're
hunter
hiding.
I've seen in my life.
Don't provoke him.
I'm just
At
saying,
least
he
not
was
while he's with
incredible.
us.
Yellow horse, because I will leave that horse to your doorstep, and it won't be breathing.
I don't know what you're saying.
Shush. You'll have plenty of chance to kill people in a second if you don't shut up.
But not with dynamite. Like
Don't
that one guy. Remember how cool that was?
The cars stop about 20 feet from the cave's entrance.
Do they have torches?
Yeah, the world.
Awesome.
Do they have pitchforks?
We already know they do.
I just had to ask.
Pitchforks were in the back of their trucks, and they were holding the torches out the windows to make sure that they didn't set the cars on fire.
However, half of them blew out on the way here.
Yeah, they're relighting them right now, and then going like, "Oh, that was kind of stupid, wasn't it?"
Well, I say, it seems like we have a small mob of villagers at our doorstep.
Don't worry about it. Let them go in.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. I'm fascinated. What are you talking about?
How many villagers are there?
The villagers now? We're calling them
Yes, they are
villagers?
fucking villagers. They have pitchforks and torches. They're villagers.
These are the townsfolk, and I'm going to say that there are 12 of them. I said there were more earlier, but I'm going to say 12. Actually,
Is the Reverend or the Sheriff with them?
the Reverend and the Sheriff are present. They got out of their cars first. They got out of their car first, and they went into the cave. They are approaching the cave with the intention. It looks like them.
I get low.
That's 3 for each of us.
Get real low.
Shush.
Everyone else stays behind. Waits for the construction. Woodrow, what are you doing?
I'm kind of looking around to see if I see them, because I know they're here somewhere.
Roll a hard spot hidden. Actually, roll spot hidden roll, and the rest of you roll your stealth roll.
Yeah, they're pretty darn stealthy. I got a 92.
Okay. Let's see if you guys can beat that.
16, baby. I'm the dirt. I am the
53.
dirt.
No, I am not very stealthy.
I'm not very stealthy at all either, but I'll spend luck to be stealthy. Unless you're not spending luck to be stealthy, because then what's the point?
Do we all have to be stealthy? Can't you guys just be stealthy for me?
And the stealth.
I wish my 16 could be stealthy for you.
Oh, this is all so much like work.
I don't know. How's the other 2 guys doing?
I failed mine, but I'm willing to spend luck if everybody else who failed.
I know, that's what I'm saying. What about Jack and Zach?
Jack made it. Jack made it good.
For
Oh
once.
God, I completely failed. I like. Can you? Is this a situation where I could push it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it a situation where you want to push it?
You didn't see how much I failed by.
Did you stand up and scream, "I'm hidden"?
I'm over here.
You can't see me.
I'm a bush. I'm a bush. I swear.
Shoo!
And I'm gonna spend some luck, and I make it.
Matt's character turns into John Cena.
All right. Well, I'll spend luck then.
All right, you spend luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend. Hold on.
You can't see me. My cash is now. You can't see me. My cash is
Yeah,
now.
I'll spend it to make that.
But out of character, realize all you're doing is hiding from Woodrow. He's the one
Is
looking
this
for it.
just for hiding from Woodrow?
Yeah, this is just for hiding from Woodrow.
Oh, then I don't care. No.
Oh yeah, screw him.
All right.
I thought we were
Also,
hiding
I
from
thought
the
this
people that
was a
were
mob.
coming up.
Also, Rodney announced that he rolled 91s.
So he didn't see shit anyway.
He didn't see shit anyway.
I thought we were hiding from the people that were.
Okay. So,
I got some dust in my eye.
Now you got some of that torch smoke in your eye from the torches that went out.
the Reverend and the Sheriff are inside for about a minute before they come out, and they both look pretty frantic, especially the Reverend. He says, he approaches the crowd, and he says, "Someone among us has destroyed the sacred chamber of our church. They must be found and brought to justice." And then the sheriff takes over. He says, "All right, everybody, this is officially a manhunt. Obviously, it's none of us, but so we're gonna have to find these people."
I'm gonna hunt me some mans.
Yeah.
The most dangerous game.
Well, Jack, what's our next move?
I
Right
wish
here.
that dynamite guy was here.
And hope that they don't detect us. But
That
if they
is
do,
The
you light them up.
smartest thing he's ever said.
You hear the sheriff say, "You four, fan out," and he points to the group that Rodney's with. He says, "You four, fan out and search within a half-mile radius. You eight, get back in the cars, and we're going to start searching around. We're going to find these people."
So there's 12 people total.
Yeah, but 8 are driving off. 4 are actually staying around.
So 12 people showed up in one car. Are they clowns?
No, they came
there
in
was-
multiple cars.
They came in multiple cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 12 guys just.
Wow.
Squeaky
The entire
hammers.
White
and all
House
that.
staff.
Out of one Volkswagen, it's an imported Volkswagen.
They
So
found
the-
a beetle somewhere.
So they're armed with just pitchforks and
Car
torches.
made it through time and space to get to them, and
No
they all
clown
crawl out.
cars. No. No.
Then search the hills. I got a hard clown nose.
So yeah, you guys see four people start to search around for you guys. One of which, Rodney, what are you doing? How are you doing this?
I'm searching. I'm searching.
Roll spot hit. Or,
Are you saying that out? I'm searching loudly. Why are you yelling, sir?
I fail my spot hidden. I am searching for the defilers of this temple.
Is he anywhere near us? Oh, you both have clown noses.
What?
You might be able to like go psst at him. Pick it up.
What are you doing?
Shh. Psst.
I'm searching for people who have defiled this temple.
Hey.
Look
I
up
make
here.
I make
Look up
a
here.
I make a wallet sound.
Yeah, Rodney, you're able to see them now.
I am.
Wallet.
Did Rodney just show up with that whole crew of people that are outside?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So how do we know he hasn't changed sides?
that's a good point.
We
Yep.
just assume that he hasn't.
What if he's gone turncoat on us and become a member of this cult?
Then we're fucked.
Yep. It's a known happen.
Rich boy, have I screamed out, hey, the defilers are here?
Hush, can we argue about
I
that?
don't know.
When I see where they are, right? I'm gonna sit
You're
down.
talking to me like this now, as I was whispering.
I'm
to
gonna
people.
sit down on a rock. I'm gonna sit down on a rock where I'm in earshot of them, and they can hear me, but it just looks like I'm sitting on a rock.
You didn't say
know.
this.
Light up a cigarette. Well, you guys are talking to me now.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, you guys were in.
I'm not.
Oh, okay. Because he's he's a hunter.
There was another reverend in there. He didn't have a penis, just a hole. We burned him.
Well, that would explain why everybody's pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, not for nothing, Pally, but I suggest you stop eating eggs while you're in this town.
Oh, come on. I have an adventurous palate.
So do you guys tell Rodney what he did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand why they're pissed off about you. But now what are you going to do? You're kind of stuck out here. You can't go back to town.
Yeah, you guys see. And you guys
Actually, we could go back
Yeah,
to
they
town.
don't know it was us.
This would be the ideal time to go back to town because aren't they all out hunting and then there's other people out driving around?
Well, yeah, you
So-
got to get past these three guys. I don't suggest you start killing villagers.
I never thought I'd see an angry mob before.
Villagers / cultists.
You get used to it after a while.
If
No, I
you
think it's quite wonderful, actually.
can get their attention away, I can sabotage their cars, and then we can all split.
Well, I got to stay behind regardless.
Well, here, how about we throw a rock over in some far off direction where you guys can go look and we make a run for it. That
Or
seems
you
pretty
don't
good, right?
do that, and we let him lead them in a direction on his own.
Hey, there's that.
whatever you guys want to do.
I'll get up, I'll walk 50, 60 paces in the opposite direction and go, hey, I think I got something over here.
They start coming towards you. So what'd you find?
Guys, let's get out of here.
I don't know.
Cheese
Maybe it's drag marks, maybe it's footprints. I'm not a desert tracker, you know.
Why would you need desert tracking in Oklahoma?
Dust Bowl.
Dust Bowl.
Oh, I got it.
Meanwhile, Outback Jack is just twitching, dying to say something.
Oh, I could track all right in the desert. That's where I've been.
And Ella just gently places her hand over his mouth if he's muttering to himself.
They'd believe it if we let him be the fall guy.
And
I
she
can
leans
track
closer
us.
to Leo as she's doing this. You know, maybe we should let him loose and send him in the opposite direction of the car, and then we didn't see anything.
Well, when they get far enough away, I'm gonna. How many cars are left?
One is here.
And where's the Reverend and the Sheriff?
They took off in the
Yeah,
They went with the.
the Reverend is still here. He's overseeing the people living around here.
Oh, so the Reverend's still here.
I should have mentioned that earlier. I'm sorry.
We could take
Well, that
it.
complicates things.
Well, no, or we can. We have weapons, I mean, we can start offing villagers, and we can get the Reverend.
I don't know, but we probably ought to figure it out quick.
I mean, would you rather escape and have to play cat and mouse, or would you rather just end it here and kill this motherfucker?
I like the way you think. I like this plan.
Of course you do.
How much more of a threat can he be now that we've killed his little conduit?
You don't actually know what the thing did. That's the problem. We don't know if there are more. We don't know how many of them there are. I mean, if that thing was just a thing that made this happen, then he would be a lot more upset than he is right now, in my opinion.
Is the Reverend coming over to where I am?
You were trying to get all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Once they start like looking around to see whatever it is I saw, I want to pull the Reverend aside.
You pull him aside and goes, yes, my son.
So what was in the cave?
It was an altar to our Lord.
In a cave?
Well, it was where I had my vision. Like you probably heard, I went on the pilgrim, or came out here. I fasted, wandered in the wilderness like our Lord did. I came here. This is where I was able to have my vision. Our Lord.
What was the I don't mean to pry since we're in the middle of a like dangerous manhunt, but what kind of vision was it? What was the nature of your vision? I mean, I've had a number of visions in my day as well, but I only came back out of the wilderness with the gift of insight rather than the gift of healing. So I was just curious as to your experience.
It's very hard to explain and to really describe to you. It's something that's more of a personal thing that you have to feel yourself. If you understand.
He's not going to tell me?
I mean, he's beating around the bush by giving you an average, like, I had a vision.
Yeah, I know about all that stuff.
Yeah, that premonition.
I had one of those.
I'm going to pretend to start looking around, but tell a story of how one night I came across a medicine man who gave me a powerful spirit-inducing substance, and how I flew across the world, and before I realized it, I was pissing on a coyote.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing while Bonnie is talking to the Reverend? Seemingly distracting him.
Well, if you think this is the time to take him out, I won't argue. There's still the other townspeople to think about. You know, the ones that aren't on board with all of this craziness.
How loud is that machine of yours?
What, my detector?
Yeah, how close do you have to be to use it, and how loud is it?
It goes ding when there's stuff.
I have to be pretty close, but it just lights up.
It goes ding.
It goes ding when there's stuff.
It's like, I'm not for killing innocent people, but
I don't think that the father is innocent at all. I think he's
I'm not talking about just the father. I'm talking about the other people with him.
Well, an idea roll.
You know what?
Those of you that are in this group, an idea roll.
I made the hell out of that.
It's would it be necessary to kill the townspeople too?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, unless they come out.
I actually do think so, because we don't know what this is at all. Anybody that's been healed, quote unquote, I think we got to take care of them.
Like they've been converted somehow? or
I don't think
changed?
they're human anymore.
Well, we can burn that bush when we get to it, but let's cut off the head.
I like this plan.
I like your mixed metaphors.
Sure. Let's hit that bullseye
Let's
by
cut off the
toppling
head
the
of the
house of
snake.
cards.
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Like, it's not my thing, but Mr. Acclaimed Hunter here probably can get it done. So go do your thing.
Outback Jack, what kind of rifle do you have on you?
Oh, let's see. I'm a 45 revolver and my Bowie knife.
You didn't bring your rifle.
What?
It seemed excessive to bring the elephant gun out.
You didn't bring your rifle when we were coming out here to ambush people.
Roll a luck roll to see if you have it.
Okay, let's see what happens.
He doesn't need the roll luck roll. He can spend 10 luck and have it. That's Spencer. Oh.
Oh my God! You were the worst hunter ever.
Wait, what talents do you have mostly? Do you have the resourceful one?
My
Yes.
talents are endurance, quick healer, and rapid fire.
Okay.
And
So, how many luck points do you have?
97.
We're gonna say you spend 30 and you have that rifle. How about that?
Okay, also made my luck roll. But okay, I'll spend 30. If
Yeah,
that's what-
because I've realized that everybody's gonna make their luck roll, so I'm just gonna start saying you guys spent this amount. So you're at least down to a normal
I have spent a decent
Points.
amount of luck this game, sir.
All right.
Oh yeah, me too. Finally.
Whoever has 97 or around there, just know.
Well, I got text, and I got my elephant gun.
Okay, you have your elephant gun.
All right, try
You
not
don't
to
have like a
throw.
rifle?
That
Never mind.
was well. If we want to say that Outback Jack bought himself a rifle, we can go with that.
Never mind. Never mind.
You have an elephant gun.
You know what? You spent your 30 luck now, son.
But
I'm a marksman. I have a rifle, and
You do.
I'm fucking good with it.
Let her do it.
yeah,
I am more than happy to let her do it, considering that the one person whose job it was to hunt people on this expedition
all right.
didn't
So
bring his
what I'm gonna
weapon
say is,
along.
while this whole argument between Ella and Outback Jack is happening, Janelle just sets up her rifle.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it cost me some sanity to do this, but I'm gonna do it.
Now, why you're rich, you shoot people all the time.
You saw the cloaca too.
That's my dad.
Yeah, and only on our estate.
Well, if she's gonna
not,
take
like out in the field.
If she's gonna take out the snake man, I'm gonna point my elephant gun to the villagers then, because somebody's
Oh,
gonna clean up
That
after
is a
that.
kill shot.
Okay, so Rodney, as you're talking with the Reverend and he's saying something, a bullet just goes right through his head, and his eyes widen and he slumps to the ground.
What the shit?
The other townsfolk flash their beams on you. Go, what happened?
I was also gonna shoot take a couple
Calm
shots.
down. Calm down.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Actually, hey, if you're going to shoot the other people, go ahead and make those shots.
Yeah, someone's gotta cover this.
Leo's just sitting there going, mouth open.
Okay.
Holy shit, people just
Ella's
get shot.
hand is in her hand. Just like, oh God, this is actually happening.
Okay, I make that first shot,
Okay.
and I'm going to make the second shot by setting 1 point.
Okay, so I'm going to say you kill off 2 of the townsfolk. Now there's
What the fuck are you doing?
There's only one.
there's only one left now, and he's running towards the car.
Oh no, we can't allow that.
I'll go chasing after the guy.
And I'm scurrying down our hidey hole to get to him too.
I give chase as well. Get my pistol out.
I'm going to fire my RPG at his car.
Where'd you get an RPG?
From the future.
I'll allow it. I'm kidding.
I'll allow it.
Nervously climb down from wherever we're at.
I'm going to go to our car and start it because I'm sure that the double shot from the elephant gun probably
Definitely took
carried.
people off. Yeah.
You heard it, Gary.
Yeah. Set up a flare.
Rodney, I'm going to say that you're able to catch up to this guy because he's not that quick and agile. What are you going to do to him once you've caught up to him?
I'm going to tackle him.
All right. Roll your
My non-existent brawl.
I think that would be a maneuver at that point, actually. So yeah, go ahead.
All right. Hey, 20. I will spend 3 luck points to make that.
Okay. He failed, so yeah, you're able to tackle him.
Okay, I'm gonna. I want to knock him unconscious.
Okay, it's your buddy George. You're gonna knock him.
Sorry, George.
I'm so sorry, buddy.
Check and see if he has a cloaca.
Go ahead and roll your punch, and I'll give you a bonus die since you were able to tackle him. And I'm gonna guess you're on top of him. So roll a bonus die.
Yeah, I fail.
Okay, you miss and you punch the ground.
Ow! Son of a bitch!
You guys, the rest of you see Rodney or Woodrow on top of George Henson, the guy who was miraculously cleared from having spine. Vaguely, that's what it was for.
Well, I'm pretty useless at brawl.
I could go out of my way and try and help him.
No, I'm willing to help. I mean, I was actually running towards him, so you were going to get the car, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll try to help him knock him out.
Okay. You can also have a bonus die on brawl since he is on the ground.
Thank God, because I make that with an 05.
As I run past, I say, check and see if he has a cloaca.
How are you knocking him out exactly? Are you gonna full force punch him, or are you kicking him in the face?
I'm kicking him in the side of the head, probably. Just cow.
So you run up on him and soccer kick him in the face. Bow!
I am so sorry.
His head whips back and he is knocked out unconscious.
Oh, my toe! Ow! 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 Ow!
Have you people lost your goddamn
Yes, they've lost their
mind?
minds and we can't stay here.
Hey, blame. Hey, order fire goes given. I give cover.
All right,
Who else can
load
drive?
George up in the car.
Well, we're
Ella
gonna
can
need two
drive.
cars. We're gonna need 2 cars.
Ella can drive 1 car.
Is the sheriff still here, by the way?
No.
No, he's with the other folk.
I'm gonna go search the Reverend real quick.
Okay. What are you searching for exactly?
I don't know anything that he's got on him that looks like it might be important.
All right. As you search, you find a cloaca. Roll sanity.
I'm gonna go check the towns. I'm gonna go to those villagers I shot.
Jutting from the ground.
I reach into my pocket, pull out a rubber glove, and go, all right, it's TSA time.
Find nothing, but roll sanity. Roll sanity.
All right.
If you fail, it's 1d4.
All right, I passed that sanity roll.
Okay, it's 0. But yeah, you find nothing. Doesn't even have identification on it.
Doesn't even have identification, no like book of verses or anything like that.
No, you guys found the book back at his guest room.
Does he have a hat?
No.
No. Is he wearing a collar?
No, he's not.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. What good are you? What good are you, Reverend? Ashes to ashes.
Fucking dickless bastard.
Yeah.
I'll wave my rubber gloved fingers at him. I'll have you know he does have a pair just inside to protect them.
Oh my God! Come on!
Do the rest of everybody, do they have cloacas as well?
They don't. They don't have cloaca.
What about George?
You see regular genitalia on George and the other people that you killed.
Yep.
Well,
George
shit.
is not dead yet, though.
You goddamn perverts.
Throw George in the boot and let's get out of here.
I'm gonna take something from the guy.
No, you're not.
Oh my god.
You know what? He's gonna do that.
Wait,
Ella's just sitting there ready to go. She will leave him.
Nick, PM me.
No trophies, Ed Gein.
All right, fine.
No, go ahead. Take your trophies. Take your trophies.
Everybody, I'm gonna take my trophy. We're done here.
Oh my god.
All right. Barely worth the hunt anyway.
We will take a roundabout way back into town, I think.
Leslie, hold on.
Yes.
What did you take from this guy exactly?
I was just gonna say I could take like any memento from their wallets, but apparently people seem to apparently no one's out back Jack taking a trophy, so off we go.
So you're not taking a trophy?
Nope.
Okay.
There are objections launched.
All right.
Who's in the car with me?
Wherever you want.
Outback Jack.
Yeah.
No.
The minute Woodrow gets in the car with Ella, she goes.
I figured it was that we split that way. It was Ella, Woodrow, and George in one car, and the other four of us in the car we came in.
All right.
Oh my god, they've lost their minds. Oh my god, they just killed people. Oh my god, I just saw that. Oh my god, I'm gonna be sick.
That was a fun shot.
Oh, please.
Are the twins in the car with us?
Yes.
Yep, that's a fine shot there, Missy.
Thank you.
Well, the next thing we got to do is we got to take out the sheriff.
Where are you guys going? Are you guys going back to town or?
Yeah, you know what might be a good idea is to go get in contact with Bill.
Okay.
Or any of the other teenagers that were freaked out about who set the actual fire that one time. That's who we should seek out.
Okay, so you guys are going to go back into town?
Yeah, we're going to take the long route so we avoid running into the rest of the mob.
Okay. You guys going to drive with headlights on or off?
Fucking insane, Woodrow. They're nuts.
Just going to drive with them
Off.
Stealthy. Yeah. So you guys get back into town. Twins, you guys have a strange feeling once you get back that something has changed, but it's for the better.
Oh?
There was there was a strange feeling of I don't know, tension and stuff this whole time in the town, but it's on. For one reason or another, it seems like things are going back to it.
Huh. Does anybody else notice this?
Not really, because they don't have mental abilities like you.
We're not homo superior.
Oh, wow.
We're just homos.
Yeah, you know.
I got a 95 POW.
See if you roll an extreme power roll to see if you can feel.
Okay.
Radical. I'm gonna say roll a radical power.
Oh, and I have strong willed, so I get a bonus die to my power roll.
You need radical power roll, man.
Excellent.
Not quite.
You fail to.
I can spend 5 points of luck to make it at extreme.
You want to spend it?
Make the Fred Durst.
Did I need extreme or did I need?
Yeah,
Or did I need?
extreme.
I did need extreme, Nick.
Yeah.
All right, I'll spend the five points of luck.
Okay, so yeah, with your heightened senses of heightened abilities or heightened senses, you're able to also ascertain that towns change with reverence.
Right? Can you feel that?
That is very weird.
What, like the town has shed its skin?
What are you guys on about?
Damn it.
Mystical shit, man. You wouldn't understand.
You're right.
Now
Don't
is
want
not
to.
the time for strange puns.
Now is
Thank you.
always the time for strange puns.
This was a
No.
profoundly unmystical experience for me.
I wonder if
You're
this
just
is
mad
for the
because you didn't
better.
shoot first.
I think receiving no answer. His divination skill is bunko.
Well, there is we still have the Reverend's most zealous disciple.
The sheriff?
Mm-hmm.
Call me crazy, but I'm kind of curious what the deal is now with Mrs. Bill. Do you think she's
Woodrow walks out into the middle of the street.
gone back to normal?
Sheriff!
Oh, shit. Are you
Oh,
clicking
dear
bottles
God.
together?
You come out and play.
You don't get a response.
Just go to his house.
Let's go to his house.
I thought he was still out searching the wilderness for us.
He probably
Yes.
is.
Wait, what are we gonna do with him? And she points
We
at
can
the
just-
unconscious man.
He's in the trunk.
But she pointed at the trunk. What do we do with him?
Roll an idea roll.
We can interrogate him.
15. 15. That is extreme.
You can interrogate him. That's one thing you could do. You could drop him off in front of the bar and just maybe he'll assume that you got really drunk.
That sounds like a plan.
Or you could drop him off in front of his house on the steps and maybe he'll also assume that
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's swing by the bar first, buy a bottle of gin, then go by his house, dump him off on his front steps, dump the bottle of gin all over him.
Or
I am fine with that as long as I get at least 2 sips off of it.
Or we just take him back to the sheriff's house, tie him to a chair,
Yes.
and wait for the sheriff to
no,
come back.
not to a chair. To the front of the house.
Well,
From
Have you lost your damn minds?
I think maybe we have.
Hey,
Well, you would take him out to a field, dress him up as a scarecrow, and leave him
No,
out there?
just tie him to the front of the house, like from the windows, so he's hanging, like his fucking savior.
What did George ever do to you?
I'm not aboard this plan.
If
But even the
Jack is not
psycho-
on
You just
board,
shot.
I'm just saying.
You just shot 2 people in cold blood. Your opinion of the plan doesn't matter to me.
That was not cold blood. That was defense.
The fact that he has a problem with this plan says worlds, though. Just saying.
If we hang him outside, it's a sign. It's like, come and get us, motherfucker.
We're just going to be sitting in his house.
Or we could just leave the damn door open.
Or we could just leave the damn door open. And
What is wrong with all of you?
All right. We got
I was going to leave him at home covered in gin.
I am opposed to killing innocent people, okay?
to just drop him off at the sheriff's.
It's not sporting.
Yeah, we'll get a bottle of gin, dump George off at his house, douse him with gin, and then go to the sheriff's house and wait.
why don't we drop him off at the remains of the church? At least get a little symbolism in this.
Okay, fine. We'll drop him off at the remains of the church, douse him in gin, and then go to the sheriff's house.
Ella gets her own bottle of liquor while they're getting liquor to dump on him just because she needs it.
When you guys go to the bar, you guys are able to get some bottles.
Can I hit it off of that?
No, this is mine. Get your own. You're responsible for why I'm drinking in the first place.
Hey, Ella, let me see that real quick.
No.
Please?
No.
Please?
It's mine.
Please?
Whiskey.
Fine.
Take a pull off and hand it back to her. Thank you.
She weeps silently.
Stick my tongue. Stick my tongue out at Outback Jack.
Barkeep, glass of whiskey.
We're at the
Leave
sheriff's
him
house.
at
now.
the bar.
Okay. You guys are at the sheriff's house.
I don't know what you guys are complaining about anyway. He said he was going to bring us to justice. You think these people are going to take us to court?
Does the sheriff have booze?
You guys going into the sheriff's house?
Yeah.
Going to the sheriff's
Yeah.
house.
The sheriff has booze.
There we go.
It's a bottle of bourbon.
Not for much longer.
Yep.
It's a half bottle of bourbon. Okay.
You guys want to be, I don't know, sober for this confrontation?
No.
It's only one sip. I'm plenty sober. I was shot an entire family of geese while I was.
Can you just say no without like going on about some example that exists in your mind? Can you just simply say no? It's just
I'm gonna have a seat in what looks to be the sheriff's favorite easy chair.
The rest of you.
Ella is pacing and drinking.
I'm going
I'm
to
gonna
hide
go around
behind
and-
the front door.
And
Yeah.
being
I'm gonna go
nosy,
around
she's
and
looking through his
search
shit
this
too.
house. I'm going to look for anything weird or out of the ordinary.
we've already tossed this house. We didn't find anything.
Have you?
Yeah. Matt, if you want to, you can pick up the book that was in the Reverend's guest room, or in the guest room that the Reverend was staying in.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
it's essentially a Bible with the Reverend's hand-scribbled notes in the margins and such.
Okay. I'll take it. I seem to be accumulating weird books. I think I was playing that time you guys searched this house.
Yeah, I think that was when you were sick.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, Matt, I don't remember it, and I was probably here.
That
You
doesn't
were.
make me feel better.
We were all here.
I totally don't remember it either.
We were all here. We searched the house when Rodney was chatting up that chick he ended up having
Oh,
A
coffee.
bath with.
I was going to go coffee, but okay.
A little covfefe.
Instant covfefe.
Covfefe.
That's covfefe.
Hey, that was a critical on the charm roll. It was instant covfefe.
She don't even like Kofefe.
Neither do I.
Okay. So you guys are all, I'm guessing, hiding in various places. Woodrow is sitting in the chair, though.
That's right. I got my collar on my coat popped. I'm just sitting there cross-legged with my fingers steepled in the dark.
I'm making food for people.
It's just okay.
I'm getting ready to put a bullet in the thing that crosses through the front door.
All right.
Will you
Guard.
put the fucking gun down?
This is just a case.
This is not how you create an imposing image, youngster.
Impose.
Don't worry, Jack.
I can impose a
He's
bullet
been-
in a man's
Jack-
back if need be.
Well, you probably want to ask him a few questions first.
You can ask him questions. I just got you covered in case he gets all riled up. Serpent.
Suppressing
You know,
fire.
it's not like he wasn't ready to shoot us with the snake, with the thing in the cave. Saying.
Who wants Hormel corned beef hash?
I'll take some of that
Ooh.
action.
Alrighty. Eggs.
Ooh, comforted food.
He's got eggs. He's
Oh,
got
God, no.
hash. He's got coffee in here.
Is
I
this,
mean, we could like make some breakfast. Yeah.
what is this hash? Is this an American thing?
So Leo starts making food.
Well, when I was crossing the Himalayas, that was this. I did get my hands on some pretty good hash.
Wait, what?
All right. The sheriff's car pulls, or the sheriff's truck pulls up out front. Headlights turn off. You guys, from the window, you can see him approaching the car, or the front door. He's rubbing at the back of his head, and he looks kind of confused and a little bewildered.
Oh,
You hear the lock fumbling for longer than what it should be, and then the keys finally, or the door finally opens. The sheriff is there, and he turns on the light, and he's still rubbing his head. Looks up, and he sees all of you, and he's
Good
really
evening.
confused, and he goes, "Hi." And he looks at each of you, assessing the threat. Does anybody have a gun out?
I
I'll
have
bet
my
that.
bottle.
Fuck
and that's
that
it.
does.
I have a frying pan.
You have a hot skillet. In the
Well, wait, Outback Jack, what did you have out exactly? Did you have your gun out and trained on the door?
Well, I was behind the door as he came in, so I'll be pointing at
Oh.
his back.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, he looks at each of you, strangely, and says, "Why are you in my house?"
You know, this is a nicely seasoned pan, and I'm making breakfast. Now, would you like to have some hash browns and fried eggs?
I would like you all to get out of my house. You're trespassing. I can arrest all of you right now.
But you're not going to do that, Sheriff.
Why wouldn't I arrest all of you? You're in
Have a
my
seat.
house.
Have a seat. Have a seat. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions real quick, and then we'll be on our way.
Look, I have a splitting headache. I don't know what's going on. I've learned that the date is several weeks later than I thought it was. I just want to go to sleep, please.
Wait.
I don't want it.
Wait, what date do you think it is?
That's good enough for me. Evening, Sheriff. Take
Please.
a rain check on that breakfast.
You see it out. I'm really tired. I don't want to even deal with the paperwork right now.
All right, man.
Fair enough.
But I'll tell you, if you have a headache, these hash
Ow.
browns will cure it.
Ow.
Okay, just saying.
As Ella walks past him and she offers him the bottle, if he doesn't take it, she shrugs and takes another sip.
He says, "No, I can't drink right now." Oh, he just rubs in his head.
I just have one question for you before we leave.
What?
Cornfield.
The Reverend?
Yeah.
He went missing a few months ago, I thought.
Okay. That's all. Thanks, man.
The door slams behind you guys.
Certainly.
Mind control. Go figure.
Yeah. Go figure.
Boring hunting trip.
I think kind of doesn't make sense. What about you? You know, I think we just made a man paralyzed again.
You know, tough shit. It's just, you know, he sacrificed himself for the greater good as far as I'm concerned.
So it's pretty late right now. What are you guys going to do?
Hopping the first train out of this fucking photo.
I just want to talk to Bill, see how his wife is, and then
Right?
and
go back to your hotel room and realize that you have a baby's foot.
and let them,
What?
Cool.
Everything goes back to normal, so under the stove must have been a baby.
Right? That's what I'm.
You can check your bag if you want.
yeah. Well, first I'm going to go and talk to Bill. I'm going to find him.
Chicken eggs.
Bill is at his house.
Hey, Bill.
Reluctantly opens the door. Says, "Hi, Leo, was it?"
Yeah, how is everything? You
So,
know, with your wife.
I think she's okay. Her psoriasis went away. Hasn't come back.
How about the stove?
That wasn't her.
That wasn't her?
No, that was Peggy Shaw.
Oh.
Showing Bill's wife was the one that was sunbathing.
Oh, no. I wanted the kid.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That's who I wanted to go.
The stove is still the same. So it wasn't fixed.
How is your wife doing, though?
She's still the same. He, unfortunately, so there he says with kind of a downtrodden look.
Well, here's the thing: is there were the Reverend's no more.
Oh.
And it looks like people who were aligned with him are starting to snap out of a daze and not remembering where they've been for the past few months.
Well, she hasn't said anything to me like that, so I don't know what to tell you.
Ask her if she remembers the Reverend, if she, and what she's been doing for the past 3 months with the church.
Hold on one moment. He goes back inside. He's inside for a few moments, or for a few minutes, and he comes back out and says, yeah, she says that everything was as it was. It seems like he remembers everything and what happened.
Okay, so we can stop beating around the bush. There's no longer a clutch of snake eggs under your frickin' wood stove, right?
No, there's still a clutch of snake eggs under the wood stove.
Okay, so...
Did we all go onto this trip?
Nope, that was just me and him.
No, I mean currently.
Oh, I guess so.
Sure.
Right. Knock him out.
Why?
If you don't want to be involved in this, leave the room.
Ella leaves the room.
I leave.
Leo, I need the jerry can from the car.
Sure. Maybe before we burn everything down, we should look at some of the other things that are happening. Why is the sheriff not remembering stuff, but everybody else seems to?
Mind control, but his wife is still converted.
But why wouldn't the sheriff still be converted?
He hasn't been converted to a serpent person. He was under mind control.
Use your thing. Use your thing.
All right, I'll use my thing.
Using it
on his wife. I passed the wall.
It still sets off a thing.
Your wife has a cloaca, huh?
He says, yep. Well, he actually asked, what's a cloaca?
It looks like a butthole.
Oh, I guess.
But not where the butthole it should be.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He says, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
She has an extra butt. She has a front butt. You know, it's probably best just to put your wife out of her misery.
Before she goes Nova positive.
I don't know how I feel about that. I've had the thought of it many times, but it just, I don't think I can do that.
I'll do it. She's your wife and shut up. I don't think she's your wife anymore, man. I mean, I know you love her and everything, but if you love your wife, you don't want to disrespect her memory by continuing to play house with this thing from hell.
Well, while he's trying to be Dr. Jack Kevorkian over here, I'm going to go get the jerry can.
So could I make a fast
I go get the jerry can, and I'm going to start pumping it all over the fucking floor.
It'd be more like a persuadable since you're trying to get him to have like a change.
I made that.
Okay. He says, maybe a divorce is in order. I don't know if...
Yeah, an Irish divorce.
You probably just want to make a clean break. I think she's already dead, man. I don't think this is even your wife.
Here.
Let's put it this way. There were two of the Reverend.
Outback Jack gets his knife out.
No. Shut up, Outback Jack. Woodrow gets his knife out.
You know, this brings up a bigger problem because she's not the only one that was changed, so
okay.
to speak. So we have to check all of them.
She's like bedridden now, right? Or is she wandering around?
She was wandering around last time you guys visited. So she
Okay.
was doing the same.
I show her the knife, since my vision said that serpent people apparently did not like this knife.
She has no reaction to it. She's worried that you're going to stab her, and she's wondering, what are you doing? But it's not like she's having the same reaction that a certain person would.
Tell us about the eggs.
They're my babies, she says, and just goes to the stove, and she starts she puts her arms over it, or puts herself over it, and her arms spread out. She's
Everybody out.
Come on, dude. You probably don't want to see this. I'll buy you a drink.
He reluctantly goes with you.
While he's saying that, Ella just puts the bottle in his hands. I want that back, though.
Once everybody is gone, Woodrow reaches into his pocket, pulls out a box of matches, strikes one, drops it on the floor, turns and walks out.
You hear the screams of young women as you leave the house. And eventually they're drowned out by the smoke and flame. There's now a flaming building inside the middle of town, and you guys are the closest to it. What are you guys doing from here?
Cheesing it.
Fire, we better put it out.
Running out.
All right, you guys are cheesing it out of town, or that's what Rodney wants to do. What is the rest of you?
I don't know if we can leave town because, if
No,
she still turned, there were others that were just as bad off as she was.
Let the whole town burn.
Had done this quietly. Just walk in, knife him.
I guess it's probably a little late to mention this, but doesn't Caduceus have people who handle this kind of freaking cleanup? I thought we were just supposed to.
Yeah. Me.
Best reaction ever. Of course.
Well, if you're in charge of the investigation and the cleanup, why did the rest of us even come?
Because you have special skills.
I do not.
Kind of do.
Definitely do.
So, okay, sure.
You guys are leaving town then? Or what it was cheesing it to?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just going to.
Well, I'm trying to think of who was left because, like I said, she wasn't the only problem.
well, it was George.
Right.
It
And
was the guy who swept the barber shop. It was, and the wife. Those are the ones we knew about.
Right.
To be honest with you guys, Janelle's idea was pretty good. Just reporting back to the news.
What was her idea? I didn't even pay attention. I'm sorry.
Just
Lucius can clean it up.
That's a good point. Let's let them clean it up because Ella's not about to try to kill anything.
I mean, we did the heavy lifting. They know this town is fucked. Let them sort it out. Besides, we did the killing out in the desert because it was kind of life or death for us, but now this is just sort of like an execution squad. I'm a little less comfortable with that.
Well, that's fine.
So are you guys going to drive out of town and wait until morning for the next train? It's about...
You got 2 cars. Let's drive.
Yeah, we got 2 cars.
Let's drive out of town and watch the whole thing burn.
Let's see how long it'd be to open the city. It's about a 3-hour drive. You guys have a full tank of gas.
It's nighttime, and we're wearing sunglasses.
Yep.
Hit it.
So we're going to say that you guys have cheesed it, left the town of Bing. You are to report back to Caduceus. Findings found take care of that last time, which is almost midnight. So that is the end of the Oklahoma chapter. As such, you each gained 1d10 sanity points for destroying Cornfield's original body at the cave.
That's so horrible.
But those of you that killed townsfolk lose 1d6 sanity points for each townsperson, not counting the Reverend, because everyone else was kind of innocent of all this.
That was self-defense.
No,
I have hardened.
No, that was not self-defense.
That was not self-defense.
Okay, Brian, you're fine then. Celeste, that's 2d6 since you killed 2 people.
I gained 2 sanity.
Okay.
Now I wasn't present for the killing of the Reverend's original body, so I will not claim that sanity. And to be fair,
What's the max sanity somebody can have? Is that based on another skill you have?
it's
it's
99.
99 minus Cthulhu Mythos.
Gotcha.
And in a few weeks, we will go on to the next chapter. Caduceus will, or maybe if you're done working with Caduceus, you'll find your way somewhere else. Plenty of options to get in places.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Another town burned to the ground.
Oh my god.
We'll do it again in a couple of weeks. Till then, say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Grace.
Good night, Gracie.